Suppose it would help if I switched my microphone on instead of just unmuting on OBS. How we doing? Third stream in a row, third day in a row. It has been a while since we've done that. And I certainly need it because it's been a few weeks since I've streamed, and I'm going to be on the road for another good few weeks upcoming here in these first few weeks of June, starting with tonight. But that is besides the point. You guys didn't click on this video to hear me talk about my work schedule. You clicked on this video to watch me simulate the 2022 Enjoy Illinois 300, the inaugural cup race at Gateway Raceway, whatever you want to call it, Worldwide Tech Raceway. It's Gateway. It's in the St. Louis area, technically in Illinois, I believe, but we're just going to call it Gateway for the sake of convenience. How we doing, everyone? Good to see you all in the chat. And I just want to give a little disclaimer. I had an issue with my installs before. Normally, I was this Chris Buescher profile there. That was my main profile, and I renamed it to Chris Buescher for the Can I Recreate. But then when I tried renaming it back to Cody H Gaming, it was giving me a cannot save player error message that I've literally never seen before. So I had to create a new player, and I had to switch all my settings and make sure everything was updated with the new player profile. So if there's any glitches, I apologize. Hopefully that should not be the case. As we do with all these simulation streams, we are going to go through the entry list, take a look at the drivers and their respective paint schemes they will be running in this upcoming race this Sunday, according to G.Skill.com, as far as the paint schemes and entry list goes. So, let's start off, as we always do, with the number one car, with the Moose Fraternity, beamoose.org, Chevy Camaro number one for Trackhouse Racing. It is Ross Chastain. Running in the number two Atlas / Menards Ford Mustang number two car is Austin Cindric. And returning to the number three bioethanol Chevy Camaro is Austin Dillon. He'll be running a slightly different scheme in real life, but he'll be running the... Let me pull the entry list back up, sorry. Had it pulled up for a second. Here we go. He'll be running the Busch Light Polite car, but we just got the regular Busch Light number 4 Ford Mustang that is driven by Kevin Harvick. And returning to his Valvoline number 5 Chevy Camaro is none other than Kyle Larson. And we'll be driving the Salmon Plumbing number 6 Ford Mustang for RFK Racing is Brad Keselowski. Returning to his Built.com number 7 Chevy Camaro is Corey LaJoy. And in the 3 Chai number 8 Chevy Camaro is Tyler Reddick. In the Hooters number 9 Chevy Camaro is Chase Elliott. And it says he is running the Built Ford Proud number 10 Ford Mustang, but I cannot find that scheme yet, so we'll just be running his primary Smithfield car that is driven by Eric Almirola. In the FedEx Freight number 11 Toyota Camry, that is Denny Hamlin. And he will be running for the first time this year the Dent Wizard Ford Mustang number 12. That is Ryan Blaney. I cannot find the Dent Wizard car, so we're just going to be running his Wabash car since they are both blue. And in the highpoint.com number 14 Ford Mustang, that is Chase Briscoe. And I cannot find a car for him, but it says on the entry list, the number 15 Ford Mustang for Rick Ware Racing will be driven by Parker Kligerman. So I just switched his name for an old Garrett Smithley car. And supposed to be running the Scott Credit Union number 16 Chevy Camaro. That is AJ Allmendinger. Don't believe that scheme is painted yet, so we're just running his normal Action Industries car. Got a few paint scheme replacements we're going to have to do for this one. And in the number 17, a Cronus. Hopefully I pronounced that somewhat correctly. Number 17 Ford Mustang, that is Chris Buescher after taking a crazy tumble last week. Cannot find his car, so we're running his Wyndham Rewards car, which looks similar in paint base. And in the number 18 Snickers Toyota Camry, that is Kyle Busch. I believe one of my viewers actually painted that. They told me to download it right before I started streaming, so shout out to them. If you remind me who we are in the chat again, I'll get a shout out to your name. I just can't remember, and the chat has scrolled past, long past since. In the Reese's Fine Food number 19 Toyota Camry, that is Martin Truex Jr. Running in the number 20 Ream Toyota Camry is Christopher Bell. And debuting in a new scheme this weekend in the number 21 DAV Ford Mustang, that is Harrison Burton. That was Nico Cars. Thank you, Nico Cars. Over on Stunod. Go to the download section. Make sure to go download that. And returning to his primary shell/Pennzoil number 22 Ford Mustang, that is Joey Logano. In the McDonald's number 23 Toyota Camry, that is none other than Bubba Wallace. And returning to my least favorite paint scheme of the year, in the number 24 RaptorTough.com Chevy Camaro, that is William Byron. Same scheme has been running all year long. Old school, I like it, but doesn't make these entry lists all confusing. In the number 31 leaf filter gutter protection Chevy Camaro, that is Justin Haley. In the number 34 Wise EV charging Ford Mustang, that is Michael McDowell. In the number 38 FirstPhaseCard.com Ford Mustang, that is driven by Todd Gilliland. In the Wow Wow / Feeding America number 41 Ford Mustang is Cole Custer. Which he should be running the number 42 Chevrolet Military Appreciation car. I cannot find that. So instead, we're just running his normal ChevyLiners.com car. The 42 Chevy Camaro, that is Ty Dillon. And in a new scheme this weekend in the number 43.
Carl, that kills people.
Wow.
Lord Shank, how we doing,
I didn't
bud?
know that.
Thank you so much for the $5. That that notification kind of caught me off guard, if I'm being completely honest. How we doing, bud? Think about doing a league for NR. You've piqued my interest. Say more. While I continue down the entry list, I'm not even gonna Bamurto. If it wasn't spinning, I could try to read it better. Oh shoot! I suppose I could read it up here. Bomarito Automotive Group. That's probably somewhere along the lines of how it's supposed to be pronounced. The 43 Chevy Camaro, that is Eric Jones. This is falling apart quickly. In the number 45 Monster Energy / McDonald's Toyota Camry, that is Kurt Busch. The number 47 Sunny D Chevy Camaro, that is driven by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. In the number 48 Ally Chevy Camaro, that is Alex Bowman. In the number 51 Nurtec ODT Ford Mustang, driven by Cody Ware. In the number 77 Ziegler.com Chevy Camaro, that is Josh Balicki. Sorry, brain fart. How we doing, Tango? Should be the Blaster Energy Drink, number 78 Ford Mustang. That is not available yet to my knowledge, so we're just running his scheme from last week, since the base color red is, pretty similar to the car he's running this week at a distant glance. That is the number 78 Ford Mustang of BJ McLeod. And last but not least, I actually visited this bar in person last week, this past Sunday. Tootsie's Orchid Lounge. I was in that bar in person in downtown Nashville. That was a pretty cool experience. In the number 99 Chevy Camaro, that is Daniel Suarez. And those are your stars and cars of the 2022 Enjoy Illinois 300. So it is going to be 240 laps at this 1.25 mile track, which equals out to 300 miles. Stages will be broken down into lap 45, lap 140, and 240 for a grand total of 300 miles. We will be throwing the manual stage cautions as we usually do. Unfortunately, we don't have double file restarts. That's still something I'm trying to work on. I know everyone suggests that double file restart EXE. I have zero knowledge or expertise messing around with EXEs. That is admittedly why I have not touched it yet. That, and I just have zero time right now. You guys are lucky enough that I'm able to stream right now, because the only reason I'm home to stream right now is because a couple of my races got rained out that I was supposed to be working this week. I digress. We got the Gateway FSE as the Freddie and Sean Enterprises for those old school fans of NR that have been around for a while. This is circa, I believe, 2013. Unfortunately, that's the newest we have that I can find. It's still a perfectly good track. Have the difficulty set to 105 like I usually do. 240 laps. Yellow flag's on. Full pace. I'm just making sure everything's set back to the way it was because of the settings change. Have a race at Eldora. Speaking of Eldora, I will be there next week. This time next week, I will be at Eldora Speedway. So it says it's supposed to be rainy at the Speedway on Sunday at Gateway. So I did cloudy weather. It said it was estimated to have a northwestern wind about 8 miles an hour. So there you go. I looked up the weather forecast. The wind speed is supposed to be 7, not 8. Alright. I'm sorry. You're allowed to dislike this video now. Alright, so the moment I hit that race button, that's going to set the qualifying order.
Drivers, to your...
Let's go down and look at your starting lineup. Don't have a great view. There we go. I guess we can... There we go. I guess we can see the whole pack there. Alrighty. Starting on the pole in the number 19 car is Martin Truex Jr. To his outside in the 48 is Alex Bowman. Behind them in the second row in the number 9 car is Chase Elliott, and in the 3 is Austin Dillon. In the number 20 is Christopher Bell, and to his outside in the 24 is William Byron. In the 22, Joey Logano. To his outside is teammate Austin Cindric in the 2 car. And behind them in the 5th row is Kyle Busch in the 18. To his outside, Kevin Harvick in the 4 car. Next row is Chase Briscoe in the 14 and Tyler Reddick in the 8. The row behind them is Michael McDowell in the 34 and Eric Jones in the 43. The following row is Young Money Kyle Larson, and to his outside is Eric Almirola in the 10. Behind them is Kurt Busch in the 45, and to his outside is Ross Chastain in the 1. Behind them in the next row is Ryan Blaney in the 12 car, and then the outside row is Chris Buescher in the 17. The following row is Ty Dillon in the 42 and Brad Keselowski in the 6 car. Next row is Denny Hamlin in the 11 and Daniel Suarez in the number 99. And in the following row behind them is Harrison Burton in the 21, and to his outside is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 47. Behind them is Bubba Wallace in the 23 and Todd Gilliland in the 38. And in the next row is Cole Custer in the 41, and to his outside is Justin Haley in the 31. Third to last row is Corey LaJoy in the 7 car and Cody Ware in the 51. Second to last row is BJ McLeod in the 78 and Josh Bilicki in the 77. And in the final row is AJ Allmendinger in the 16 and Parker Kligerman in the 15. And that's your starting lineup for the 2022 Enjoy Illinois 300. And let's get ready as we stand by for the command. And there it is. The cars are rolling. The engines are fired. We are just about ready to get started. Martin Truex Jr. will lead the field to green. 240 laps at Gateway. Be a 300-mile race. Again, the stages will be broken down into lap 45, lap 140, and lap 240. So basically a 45-lap stage, a 95-lap stage, and a 100-lap stage. As they slowly roll down the backstretch. Getting ready to go green. So who is your pick to take home the trophy for the inaugural NASCAR Cup Series race at Gateway International Raceway, or Worldwide Tech Raceway? Whatever you want to call it. We're at Gateway. We're in the St. Louis area. We're under the arch. I'm calling it Gateway the whole race. As they roll through turns 3 and 4. Pace car rolls off. The field gets set and ready. Martin Truex Jr. gets ready to lead them to green. He's waiting for the flagman to wave that green flag. And we are racing. Martin Truex gets a great jump on the inside line. He leads him down into turn 1. Alex Bowman tries to get to the inside. Chase Elliott, he's unable to do so. And Martin Truex Jr. gets a great jump as he heads down the backstretch and leads the field. And meanwhile, we're side by side, battling for the 3rd spot as the field starts to shuffle out. Kyle Busch sends it 3 wide underneath Austin Dillon and Joey Logano. Let's take a look at that, make sure they all get settled out. As a bold move by Kyle Busch, as they are nearly still 3 wide. They're able to make it through the first lap. This is battle for 5th right here between Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. We take a look at that. Meanwhile, back up front, Truex had a great start. Has a few car lengths on Chase Elliott, sitting in 2nd. Who's followed by Christopher Bell in 3rd place. Currently under pressure by Bell a bit. So that's the battle for 2nd. And back here, we've got a battle for the 6th spot between Chase Briscoe and Joey Logano. Chase sends it in, trying to find that grip with the new tires. And they are 3 wide behind them. Austin Dillon, Kurt Busch, and Michael McDowell briefly. We are getting a chance to catch our breath as they start to shuffle out here. No changes up front for the moment, but they are pretty nose to tail right here. Top 4 are closing in on one another. Oops. So let's take a look. Let's keep our eyes on these top 4 now that the field is starting to get pretty shuffled out, spread out, but not so much for these top 4. Chase Elliott in pursuit of Martin Truex Jr. Actually, adjust the volume just a bit. So I'm going to want to crank it a little bit more later in the stream. So Chase Elliott is closed in on our leader. Truex, who initially got a good jump, now is about a car length difference between him and 2nd place. So we'll look out the rear bumper of Martin Truex Jr. So already less than 40 laps to go in this first stage. This first stage is going to be a quick one. Shot from the Air Spanky blimp. As these top 4 are still nose to tail. The rest of the field seems pretty calm down at this point. Truex has led all 7 laps so far. Chase Elliott is not letting him get away. 39 laps to go in the first stage. Can barely hear me. That's not good. Let me try. Actually, I'm looking at the levels now. It looks fine. I'll try talking a little louder. Sorry. I am talking a bit quiet right now. So Chase Elliott not letting your leader get away. He has got less than a car length gap between your leader, Martin Truex Jr. So we go back to the Air Spanky. So we can see just how nose to tail these actually are. Oh, we have a peak for third place. Christopher Bell looking to the inside of Chase Elliott. Battle for third with Chase Elliott's Hendrick teammate right behind him. Christopher Bell has a little bit more grip on that inside line. He's able to make the pass into second place. Here comes Christopher Bell. Yeah, I realize the onboards are a little loud. I want to do that on purpose because usually when I'm on the onboards is during the crank it ups. Yeah, I want to have the volume loud on purpose during the crank it ups. Chase Elliott starting to fall off a bit. He's now under pursuit from his teammate in the 48 car. As Kyle Busch tries taking a peek to the outside of Bowman, but that opens up the door for Chase Briscoe to get on the inside of his car. So you can see the field pretty calm down at the moment. Already 10 laps into this race. So does Christopher Bell now have anything for your leader? Take a look at that split time on the ticker on the left-hand side, courtesy of drive-through designs. Looks like no one really has anything for Truex at the moment. Here we got some battles for position. McDowell getting hung out on the outside. He's dropping spots pretty quickly. Remember that 34 car was at 5th place at one point. Now he's probably at least in 10th, dropping further back. First stage is going to be a quick one. Back up front. Looks like Christopher Bell has closed in on our leader just a bit. Down to about a car length. He's certainly putting the pressure on the 19 car. Joe Gibbs' teammates going at it. Speaking of Joe Gibbs, here comes Kyle Busch to the inside of Alex Bowman. That'll put him up into the 4th spot if he can make the pass. And it looks like he will be able to. That's now 3 Joe Gibbs cars in the top 4 spots, and here comes a pass for the lead. Christopher Bell sending it in. And he makes that stick on the bottom. Does Truex have anything to say about it going down the backstretch? Nope, Christopher Bell's able to clear him. First pass for the lead. Lap 16 of the race. Christopher Bell is your new leader. And something tells me just based on his speed, he's going to start to pull away from this 19 car. So that is your current battle for the lead. Although Truex ain't letting him get away. see if Truex has any fight remaining, or if Christopher Bell is going to start building this gap. Looks like the gap is slowly getting built between the 20 and the 19. Further back, speaking of fast cars right now, I believe Kyle Busch might be the fastest car on track. As I mentioned before, we now have 3 Joe Gibbs cars in the top 4. Denny Hamlin is the odd one out. What spot is he in at the moment? Let's wait to see what the ticker says. So Denny Hamlin, the only Gibbs car not in the top 4 right now, is currently sitting in 20th place. We are pretty spread out back here. Next side-by-side battle for the lead is between Harvick and LaJoy. That's going to be for about 17th, 18th spot. Now here comes Hamlin. Hamlin, I remember, started like near the back, so both him and Larson did. Let's see how they're able to charge through the field. Hamlin to the inside of Eric Almirola. Back up front. Let's take a quick peek through the field. Truex is not letting Christopher Bell get away. He's right back to his bumper. These Gibbs cars are pretty even right now. Let's see what our pit lane cam looks like. Let's switch to that right now. Oop. Sorry, I'm just practicing all my director commands right now. So who is your pick to win? I want to hear your predictions in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. This top 4 is closing back up. It seems like once someone gets into the lead, it's kind of a rubber banding effect. They're not really able to pull away. Seems to be the case right now. The only thing that's not going to be realistic to the current rules right now, well, there's obviously a few things. The choose rule. There's no double file restarts. There's going to be no overtimes. Aside from that, we got pretty much everything else. We can do manual cautions to simulate the stages. Mr. Meme, I believe this track is 1.25 miles, so 1.25 miles, if I'm not mistaken. Everything's pretty even out right now. Let's take a look. Currently sitting in the last place is Parker Kligerman. Then we got Josh Bilicki in 35th spot. Next up is AJ Allmendinger, followed by BJ McLeod. Then we have a battle for position going on between Cody Ware, Todd Gilliland, Eric Jones, and Chris Buescher. And Brad Keselowski in the 6th. Then we have Cole Custer, Stenhouse, Suarez, Corey LaJoy, Larson Haley, Bubba. Who is currently in 20th? I believe Eric Almirola is currently in the top 20. And Hamlin's 19th. Ross Chastain is 17th. Harvick 16th. Reddick is 15th. Austin Dillon 14th. Harrison Burton 13th. Byron 12th. I think, yeah, I might have miscounted somewhere, but Top 10 is Michael McDowell, Kurt Busch, Alex Bowman, Joey Logano. Ryan Blaney is 5th. Chase Briscoe is 5th. Kyle Busch 4th. Chase Elliott 3rd. Martin Truex 2nd. And Christopher Bell is your leader. We are already past the 10% mark. We passed lap 24 out of 240 laps. So just like that, we're already 10% done with this race. Screen's gonna freeze for a split second. I gotta switch tabs on my internet tab. There we go. How we doing? Caden, Tom Sloan, Mr. Memes, not Cole Custer, Shauna, Yandre, Racing. I probably mispronounced. I apologize in advance, by the way, if I mispronounce anyone's racing. Pronunciation and enunciating is admittedly not my strong suits. So, if I butcher anyone's names throughout this stream or any of my videos, please do not take it personally. It is not you. It is my inability to pronunciate things properly. Anyway, I digress as I ramble about pronunciation. Our closest battle up front looks to be between Joey Logano and Alex Bowman. Takes a peek. Oh, look at contact almost. Bowman almost gave him the bumper. There have been no wrecks yet. We got close there. Cluster for 8th spot, it appears this battle is. Bowman's pretty nose to tail right now. We have less than 15 laps to go in the stage. So everything is kind of settled down for the time being. Christopher Bell is still your leader. Truex started the race leading 15 laps. And this time by, Christopher Bell will have led a 16th lap. So right there crossing the line, Christopher Bell has now led the most laps in this race. As of now. We got 14 laps to go in the stage. Anyone's at risk of going a lap down. Parker Kligerman is the last car in the lead lap, but he's not at risk of going a lap down in the next 12 laps, so he's should have everyone remaining on the lead lap for this first stint. I don't think that should be pitting either. The Kyle Busch Snickers car is available on Stunod. One of my very kind viewers just painted for it not that long ago. Scrolling back up so I can get the name again. Who sent that? Or who posted it? I'll remember the name once I see it. Nico Cars over on Stunod. So we continue to see that rubber banding effect that the leader's not really pulling away. You can see Parker Kligerman off in the distance, right. Going out of frame right when the camera panned around. Got 11 laps to go on the stage. Looks like we got a peak for 3rd place. Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott. Let's take a look at this battle. Ooh, man, that is almost contact right there between Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott. As I turn it back down, I know it's loud. Back up to this battle for the lead. Trucks is back on the rear bumper of Christopher Bell. With less than 10 laps to go on the stage. Ooh. Everyone take a little breather. All this action calms down for a bit before we get into these closing laps of the final stage, or the first stage, excuse me. Christopher Bell has led 21 laps and counting. See Parker Kligerman in the distance on the tail end of the lead lap, but he shouldn't go a lap down unless he pits. Speaking of pitting, I don't think they should be pitting before we take the stage. I can't imagine their fuel window at a track this short is less than 45 laps. Kyle Busch continues to be on the bumper of Chase Elliott. Right on his rear bumper. So yeah, basically right when this stream wraps up, I am packing up my stuff and hitting the road to go down to the St. Louis area for a couple. I got a race tomorrow at Tri-City Speedway down in Granite City. Then I'm doing Sycamore on Saturday, and then Angel Park Speedway on Sunday. A little triple header weekend for me. Should have been a quadruple header, but tonight got rained out. Alright. I'm rambling about races. I should be talking about the race on screen. We got 5 laps to go on the stage. Here's the pass for third we've been watching, or attempt for the pass. Chase Elliott washed up high, but Kyle Busch did not have the grip left in the tires to cut underneath him and make the pass. Christopher Bell leads 25 laps and counting. Back to the battle for third. Fierce battle between Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott. They are nose to tail. 4 laps to go on the stage. Man, it looks like Kyle's gonna hook him one of these times. Oh, we got a caution. Justin Haley looks like he wrecked. And that is just gonna be the stage. That's going to be the stage winner. So, Christopher Bell is your stage 1 winner. Are they going to pit this time? Yep, okay. Alright, they're pitting this time. So we'll watch these pit stops. And then we will see what happened to Justin Haley, who definitely was the cause of the caution. He was slow and had a little bit of back end damage. So everyone stayed on the lead lap. During that stint. So yeah, this will be the end of the stage. Christopher Bell is your stage winner. Let's see who wins the battle off pit road. Wait for it. Let's see who wins. Trewix has the first stall. Bell was in first, though. Bell's out first. Looks like Kyle Busch got that spot on Chase Elliott. Oop. So the third and fourth position cars swap, but that top two stayed the same. Meanwhile, let's go back and see what happened to Justin Haley on the front stretch that brought out the caution. Looks like he is... Oh! The two SHR cars. Here we go. Let's take a better look at the replay right here. So coming out of four, the two Stewart-Haas cars, Almirola accidentally gets into Harvick, and that shoots Almirola down, and he gets into Haley, and Haley goes head-on into that inside wall. So just wrong place, wrong time for Justin Haley. There was nothing he could do there. Just a mistake on Almirola's part, and it cost the 31. And I believe it stayed a single car incident. Oh, that could have been bad. That could have been way worse than it was, but kept it a single car incident. Let's watch another replay. So our first caution of the day and subsequent end of the stage is out for the 31 of Justin Haley going around. Poor Haley, there's nothing he can do right there. Look on one more time from Eric Almirola's on board. Tough break for Haley. Hopefully he doesn't have too much damage. Alright, so back to the leaders. Should be getting the one to go this time by. So Kyle Busch made the pass for the third place, not on track, but in the pits. Puts Chase Elliott back to fourth. We get the one to go this time by. And that was the end of lap 45 right there. So that was technically the stage break. So Christopher Bell did indeed take the stage. Denny Hamlin, who started pretty far back, has worked his way up to 14th. He was, I know for sure, as low as 21st at one point. So, 3 Joe Gibbs cars running in the top 3 right now. 20, 19, 18. And he's got the 11 sitting back in 14th place. Gibbs cars trying to do what only the Hendrick cars have done recently and sweep a race with all 4 of their cars. Pace car pulls off the track. Christopher Bell gets ready to lead the field back to green. He's looking at the flag man. Waiting for that cloth to drop. And we are back racing. Stage 2 is underway. And there's a big cluster. Oh, Chase Elliott wants his 3rd spot back. Oh, he's going to send it on Kyle Busch. Chase Elliott's like, nope, I'm not losing that spot. I'm getting that right back. What a pass for Chase on that restart. Since we are fresh off a restart and we got lots of action going on, I think it's time for a good old-fashioned crank it up. back live as we are looking at pass for second place. Looks like Elliott is able to clear Truex. Bush might use that window to follow suit. Oh, he gives a little tap to the 19. The 19 pushes up the track. That's going to open up the spot for his teammate. I had volume, right? Yeah, okay. They're saying no volume. Unmute your computer, dude. So, Kyle Busch back into third place. Truex has fallen back to fourth. Not a great restart for him. From second to fourth, Christopher Bell continues to lead. So this next stage break will be at the end of lap 140. Will be the end of stage 2. According to G.Skill and Bob Pockris. Chase Elliott appears to be closing in on your leader. And that Hooters number 9 Chevrolet. Got a battle for 6 going on here. Truex is just falling off. What is happening to the 19 car? He started this restart in second place. He's now back to 7th or 8th. In a matter of like less than 10 laps. Hamlin's up to 11th, meanwhile. So we almost have all the Gibbs cars in the top 10. Truex has got to make some adjustments or something. Bell got a little clearance on Elliott. Top 5 are pretty spread out. Closest battle right now is between Truex and Blaney for that 7th spot. Oh, shoot. I regret to report that as of 10 laps ago, Tyler Reddick DNF'd the race with an engine issue. Let's go back and take a look at that real quick. Where's my cursor? There it is. Alright, hopefully, please don't crash the game. Where's the 8 car? Let's find out what happened to the 8 car. He just pulls into the pits during this caution and just... Does anything happen to him during this pit stop? Does any car run into him? Let's see what happens to the 8 car. Pit stop looks normal so far. He just sits there and eventually DNFs and retires. So bad luck for the... Bad luck for the 8 car. Meanwhile, back up front. It's about a car length gap for the lead between Elliott and Christopher Bell. What did I think about the flip at Charlotte? I didn't believe that was even real at first. Just like I said, I was down in Nashville. That was the night I went to Tootsie's. Me and my lady friend were just on a little mini vacation last weekend, but yeah, we were out just bar hopping, and one of the bars were at Tootsie's, and we went to another bar after that, and yeah, my phone started blowing up with all with all the shrimps freaking out about the wreck. And then yeah, I saw the clips flying around on Twitter, and I didn't even look real at first. top three are pretty close together. Rubber banding. Hamlin's still in 11th place. Just outside the top 10. So we're exactly a quarter of the way done with this race already. This might be one of the quicker races we've done in a while. We just started this like, what, 30 minutes ago? We're already 25% done. All NASCAR races need to be on pace to be like 2 hours long. I know the Coca-Cola 600 is an exception. I know that race is supposed to be long, but there's... I mean, let's face it. There's other 500-mile races on the schedule that don't necessarily need to be 500 miles. 300-mile race, that's nice. Christopher Bell appears to be falling off because he is definitely not as fast as these two cars behind him, and that is letting them close in, and you can see that rubber banding effect happening. Yeah, Christopher Bell is definitely not as fast as these two cars behind him. It's just a matter of them finding a chance to get around him. So Truex, he stopped falling off. He plateaued off in 7th. So he hasn't lost any more spots since then. Kurt Busch up to 5th, quietly. Briscoe still hanging out inside the top 10. Chastain's in 15, just trying to look at some of the notable names that we've had this year. Yeah, unfortunate for Reddick, that engine issue, causing him to have an early DNF. Let's take a look up on it. Looking out the back bumper of Christopher Bell's car, as he continues to be under pressure from Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch. Yeah, mean looking Chevy Camaro nose. Feathering the throttle, trying to find that grip in these flat corners. Flat-ish, relatively flat compared to some of the banking that we're used to. Does everyone else have volume? Yeah, maybe try restarting the YouTube app or something, Mad Dog. Pretty close battle right now. Elliott is not letting Christopher Bell get away. Christopher Bell has now led 50 laps and counting. But I feel like the cars have eyes. This ain't Pixar. Although it could be. I'm waiting for a pass right here. I want to see a pass for the lead. Christopher Bell's clearly not as fast as the cars behind him right now, considering they're just right on his ass and closing in. There have only been 2 leaders this entire race, 70 laps in, only 1 lead change. Definitely not a, what you'd call a barn burner so far. Got the top 7, or 6, excuse me, just nose to tail. Yeah, just with how bunched up these front cars are getting, that's what's leading me to assume that Christopher Bell is not as fast as some of these cars. They can't get around him. They don't have the grip right now at this point in the stint. This is Christopher Bell's race to lose at the moment. 70 laps in. It's got to be frustrating to be so close, but does not have the drive or the grip off corner exit to be able to cut underneath and make that move for the pass. There's probably lots going on throughout the field. Actually, it doesn't really seem like there is much going on throughout the field at all. Oh, did I say side by side for a second? Between Cindric and Ty Dillon. It's a pretty one-lane racetrack at the moment. So since this will be a 95-ish lap stint, I'm guessing they'll have to pit at that point. Oh, here we go. A pass is possible. Go, Kurt. Kurt up to 4th place, and Chase Briscoe is going to follow suit. Chase Briscoe dives it in to get 5th place. That's going to make Joey Logano drop back 2 spots. Here we go. Meanwhile, attempted pass for 2nd place, and that's going to set the Busch brothers up to be side by side for 3rd. Kurt doesn't get a good drive off the exit of 2 on that outside. Gives the advantage back to Kyle. It's a fight looking for grip in these corners. Relatively flat compared to other tracks. Through all that commotion back there briefly, Christopher Bell has put a little bit of a gap on 2nd place on Beck. Top 8 are pretty nose to tail. I know this has been a quiet story, but one of the cars that I know started in like the high 20s is Kyle Larson, who's now worked his way up into the top 10. He seems to be one of those cars where he'll start in the back all year, but he'll just work his way up to the front in no time. Yeah, I swear he started at least 25th, and now he's 10th. And yeah, these top 8, look at this freight train of these top 8 cars. Just nose to tail. Kurt looks like he's sizing up his brother. Make a move in one of these following corners. Does Christopher Bell still only have the 1 win so far, that Daytona road course a couple years ago? Or a year ago, whenever that was. Oh, Kurt right on the bumper of Kyle. He almost made contact. Kurt's going to send it in one of these times. He's got to, right? So the only 2 cars to lead laps today is Christopher Bell with 62 and counting, and Martin Truex Jr. It's the calm before the storm. Tough break for Reddick, unfortunate for him. The engine camshaft issue that happened around lap 50 or so. It was actually lap 45. It was right around when that caution happened. He went into the pits and just was never able to come out and had an engine issue. I'm gonna be honest, I hope there's a little bit more passing in the real life race than there is this one. Look up the definition of racing, and look up the definition of passing. If you want to pass, we can go out on the 465 and we can pass all day. I miss Smoke. He's such a great character. Now 80 laps complete into this race. And we have 60 laps to go in stage 2. And that last lap, we're a third of the way done with the race already. So like I said, this race has been going maybe 45 minutes, if that, and we're already like a third of the way done. Chase Briscoe sizing up Kurt Busch. Keeps trying to make a move to the outside. 4. By the way, I know I just did one, but since I gotta go use the bathroom really quick and I gotta make actually a phone call for work, I'm gonna leave you guys with the crank it up, and yeah, I don't think anything's gonna happen for the lead right now, so enjoy another, even after our most recent one, a crank it up. Here we go. I'm back. Sorry. Should be my first and only time I have to go AFK during the stream. Got a little gaggle for 4th on back. Top 3 are still nose to tail, but Joey Logano's worked his way back into 4th. Gonna have a lap car coming up. Josh Bulicki and Parker Kligerman. $90 laps into this race, 150 laps to go. Try not to count on the laps too much, but I do have to leave shortly after the stream is done. So Christopher Bell has still led every lap since taking the lead over from his teammate Martin Truex Jr. When will they have to pit during the stint, if at all? I'm guessing they'll have to pit. I don't think they'll have... Maybe for fuel, or maybe fuel, but I don't think they'll have tires to go another 50 laps at track that's short where it's flat and they're turning pretty sharply. So will this lap traffic affect this battle for the lead at all? Should be catching him in a few laps. Chase Elliott's right on Christopher Bell's tail. He ain't letting him go anywhere. Anything interesting happening? We're coming up on lap traffic shortly. That's kind of interesting. Right here. Here we go. Is this going to affect the battle for the lead at all? Chase Elliott used the lap traffic to his advantage. There goes Christopher Bell to the inside. He's able to pass him easily. Let's see if the same can be said for Chase Elliott. Actually, no. Chase has to get off the gas, and that's going to open up the door for Kyle Busch. He takes a peek briefly, but gets back behind Chase. And we have a caution. Right when things were about to get interesting, we have a caution. Considering Josh Bulicki's still technically on the lead lap. So what was the caution for? I'm guessing something with AJ Allmendinger since he's into the pits early. Let's take a look and see. No. Alright, let's do our usual method where we watch the pace car until the lights come on. Then we scroll through the field and figure out what the cause was. Alright, there we go. Who done it? Let's look at the speed. Who done it? I guess we're gonna chalk that one up to debris. I guess we're going to chalk that one up to debris. A little debris caution to shake things up. Oh, we got confusing lap stuff going on now. What happened to Chase Elliott? Lost a lot of spots in the pit stop. Holy cow. So it's doing the thing where AJ Allmendinger and Parker Kligerman are barely on the tail end of the lead lap. Bilicki is officially a lap down. And Kyle Busch is second. Blaney third. Logano fourth. Kurt Busch fifth. I know it's confusing. It's the best I can do. What do you want, Cap? A little phantom debris caution never hurt anyone, I guess. So yeah, I can see Josh Bilicki's technically a lap down. The 16 and the 15 are just barely on the lead lap. They're going to be doing this restart old school style, trying to fend off the leader, hoping another caution comes out so they can get their lap early. Or their lap back, excuse me. With that caution right there, I think that just really hurt our chances of seeing a green flag stop in this race. Oh, apparently breaking news. Apparently Zane Smith will be filling in for Chris Buescher, so pretend the 17 is Zane Smith from now on. Apparently it's too late for me to change the name in the ticker. So through all this, Christopher Bell still leads. We are coming up on 100 laps complete. A couple laps from now. Who was my pick to win Sunday? Daniel Suarez. I really want to see that dude get his first one. Him and Tyler Reddick are way overdue for their first wins. If you think about Daniel Suarez has been full-time since 2017. So that's 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. Daniel Suarez is now in his 6th full-time season. Like, just think about that for a second. It was 2017 when he replaced Carl Edwards. And he's now in a 6th full-time season, still looking for his first win. Does not feel like it's been that long. Christopher Bell dives down to the inside of the lap traffic. We are green. Here comes his teammate, Kyle Busch. Right in pursuit. Oh, we got a car in the wall. Alex Bowman briefly hit the wall back here. There's a big gaggle of cars as a result. So let's just keep this in mind back here, this gaggle, but back up front. Kyle Busch has gotten stuck in the lap traffic. Oh, we almost had a caution. We almost had the 77 going around. There might be a caution yet here. Let's just... Now that Christopher Bell is comfortably ahead, we're just going to keep an eye on this gaggle of cars back here. They're 3 wide and a lot of the field. Oh! There it is. There's the caution. We saw that coming. And Kyle Larson gets a piece of it. Daniel Suarez gets a piece. Get back. That's the big one. That's the one that we've all been fearing. It all started when Kyle Larson got into Josh Bilicki. That's going to hurt the chances of those cars winning, especially the 5, who took some big hits in that wreck. And we have a caution. Cautions breed cautions. It was that restart. They all got bunched up. Oh, boy. We got a lot to unpack. Kyle, what are you doing, bud? So coming out of the turn. He tries to force 3 wide. He just barely gets to him there. That hits him into Suarez. Suarez goes flying into the inside wall. Balicki gets away with all that. He keeps driving, but Bubba gets into it. Truex, one of the early dominant cars, he has nowhere to go. He gets damage. The 38 up on his side. Big wreck for Todd Gilliland in all this. Let's watch this unfold in front of him. You can see Suarez hit the wall hard. He sneaks by. Bubba goes around. Truex goes around. Kozlowski has nowhere to go. Byron and Harvick get the piece of it. Big wreck at Gateway. Todd Gilliland probably took the biggest shot in this wreck. He just came flying in and ass-packed Truex. And all right, so let's see. Let's go on board with Larson. Big one. We'll go on board with Bubba and Byron, and then we'll head back up the field. Oh, that big hit for Suarez on both sides. Getting pancaked from Josh Blicky's car and then pancaking the wall. Let's go on board with Byron, then we'll catch back up to the field and we'll get a damage report. We already have 4 DNFs from that wreck, at least I can see. Damn. Alright, one more on board. We'll do Truex. Oops. You saw that coming. The moment we saw Balicki get clipped the previous lap, you knew that was coming if he was still stuck in traffic. Bad accident. Truex is officially DNF'd. Christopher Bell is still in the lead. AJ Allmendinger still fighting to get his lap back. We have Blaney in second, Kurt Busch in third, Chase Elliott fourth. Harrison Burton has moved his way up to the 5th spot. Ross Chastain 6th. And yeah, we are 1 to go. So, we got some cars running a lap down. Larson is the last car on the lead lap. He's still going after that. So is Suarez, so is Bubba. Byron, Truex, Keselowski, and Gilliland. Have all DNF'd as a result of that wreck. I'm sorry I didn't see your request about Larson or Keselowski until now. I'm sorry. It's too late. I'm going to miss the restart if I go back and do it now. Alright, so Allmendinger's a lap down, Kligerman's a lap down, everyone else is fighting for position up front. So, will this restart be a little less chaotic than the previous one. We have 35 laps to go till the end of the stage. Christopher Bell led almost all the laps of the first one. Will he do the same for the second stage? We're back green. Ryan Blaney needs to get a good jump to the inside of Allmendinger. It appears he's going to do that. Blaney gets clear of Allmendinger. That's what he needed. Almost clear. There he is. Looks like Kurt Busch will follow suit. So that'll focus us on the battle for the lead. Take a little bit of a wide shot of the field, make sure there's no wrecks happening. Not yet, at least. Bubba's driving a modified, and Larson doesn't have his ass end anymore. Aside from that, everyone's still going. They're 3 wide up here. With Joey Logano almost 4 wide. Oh, that's not going to work. Trying to get around the lapped car. That's what caused the issue the last time. All right, back up front. Blaney's closing in for the lead. Bilicki, Kligerman, Allmendinger are the only cars on track, not on the lead lap right now. We have 28 cars still on the lead lap, Bubba being the last one. Blaney's charging for second. Just remember, he'll be running his Dent Wizard car in real life, not this Wabash one. So the only other car, aside from Christopher Bell, that has led any laps in this race has DNF'd in that wreck. Truex led 15 laps. He's now out of the race. Bell has led 93 and counting. Those are the only 2 drivers that have led any laps today. Ross Chastain up into 5th place. It's the strongest that one car's been all day. This is the strongest the 45's been all day, I believe, as well. What? My cat just meowing for no reason. Got these top. The 2nd or 4th are bunching in with one another. I don't know if Blaney's slow or Kurt and Chase are just fast. Meanwhile, still no one has any answers for Christopher Bell. And we stay green. We have less than 30 laps till the end of stage 2. Something from my Arizona. Closest battle up front we have is for 3rd. Kurt Busch and Chase Elliott are nose to tail for that 3rd spot. Chase takes a little bit of a peek. Bell's coming up on having led 100 laps. Let's go back and just take a look at some of these cars running in the back. Bubba's pretty off the pace, unfortunately. Looks like Larson's still able to make some passes. He's passed McLeod, Corey LaJoy, and he's coming up on Cody Ware. So Larson's probably not going to win anymore, but he might not be completely off the pace. Denny Hamlin, meanwhile, is falling back to 19th again. Back up front. Side by side for that 3rd spot. Here comes Chase Elliott. Alright, I appreciate the updates, everyone. It's too late for me to change the name on the ticker, though. Let's all just pretend Busher says Zane Smith instead. Chase coming up for second place. Let's get a good look, aerial look, so you can see that battle for second, and then the gap they have to the leader. Chase is right on the bumper of the 12. He's got to send it one of these turns if he wants to have a chance of passing Blaney. Chase is obviously the faster car right now. Blaney's holding him up. I'm curious to see if Chase can get by Blaney, if he can catch up to Christopher Bell. We'll wait and see. Oh, Chase just barely had to get off the gas coming out of 4. Otherwise, he could have tried to get to the inside there. So Blaney appears to be holding up second through 4th. Or 5th, I should say. Because these cars are closing in on him, and Christopher Bell is pulling away from them. Blaney washes up. Chase not quite able to make the move. Now Chase pushes up. Oh! It's going to give the spot back to Kurt Busch, and that's going to open up the door for Ross Chastain. So does one miscue for Chase Elliott. He is fighting for second, and now just like that, in a snap of a finger, he's back to 5th place. So in this tight little gaggle of cars, he's battling for position. One wrong move, and he's just right back to 5th. Puts Ross Chastain up to 4th. Kurt Busch up to 3rd. Ryan Blaney is still in 1st, and your leader still continues to be Bell, who's now led 104 laps and counting. And this time by will be halfway done. 120 laps in, 120 laps to go. I'm gonna practice something right now real quick so I don't have to do it later. I think it's Control N. I'm just going to practice my finish line camera. Coming out of 4, the winner is so-and-so. That's going to be hard to time that with that camera. I was lucky enough to do it that well that time. I'll have to see what camera 1 looks like. Battle for second rages on. Sorry. Sorry, folks. Still practicing. There we go. So we are past the halfway point. We got less than 20 laps to go in the stage. These cautions has basically all but eliminated the possibility of any green flag pit stops. Does anyone have anything for Christopher Bell? Blaney appears to be holding these cars up. If I had to guess. Just purely based off the eyeball test. Who do I think will win the actual race? I believe I said... Did I say... Yeah, Suarez earlier. He's overdue so badly. He's been running so good this year. This is his 6th full-time season in Cup. Can you believe that? Reddick gets only his 3rd. Yeah, it's crazy to believe that Daniel Suarez is now 6 seasons in Cup. Ran 2 with JGR. Ran that one with Stuart Haas. Ran the one with the Gaunt Brothers Racing in 2020. Now he's been at the Trackhouse for the last 2 years. I'm glad he finally has a home. For that stretch, he was racing in 4 separate Cup teams in 4 years. Anyway, I digress. We got less than 15 laps to go to the end of the stage. We're just taking a look at this battle for second because there's literally nothing else on track to talk about, pretty much. Larson's still trying to overcome his damage from the wreck he caused earlier. Sitting in 26th spot. Just take a little brief look through the rest of the field. Anything that stands out to us. Kyle Busch. I don't know what happened to him, but he's back in 14th spot after being up front most of the race earlier. Joey Logano, who was in the top 5-ish before, he's now 10th. Harrison Burton still sitting inside the top 10. McDowell's been having a decent run all day. Elliott, who seems like one of the faster cars, whenever he's up front, he just can never pass the leader. Briscoe's been having a strong run all day, as well as Chastain. Yeah, here's the rest of the podium. Kurt Busch, Blaney, and Christopher Bell. So there's the gap from first to second, and that little 3-car battle for second. Ooh, looks like we might have a battle for third here. Ross trying to make something work on the outside. We haven't seen that at all today. Looks like it's not going to work. He loses some ground to Kurt. This time by 10 laps to go in the stage. Christopher Bell with 10 to go in stage 2. One of the most dominant performances we have seen in recent memory. He has now led 100 more laps than the only other driver to lead laps today. Truex has led 15. He has led 115. So we're going to have another restart in about 15 laps once the final stage commences. Will we see any chaos of the likes that we saw earlier with those couple of restarts that ultimately caused that huge wreck? So Blaney currently sitting in second. Seems to be, just based on the eyeball test, holding up these cars behind him. I'm going to have to make another pit stop after this stage is over. I've downed a can and a half of Arizona tea, and you don't realize how big these cans are until they're the same amount of liquid sitting in your bladder. Oh, Chase Elliott underneath Chase Briscoe. It's the battle of the chases for 5th place. And Elliott will clear Chase Briscoe. Puts Chase Elliott back up into the 5th spot. Meanwhile, here's this little cluster, 2nd through 4th. Blaney, he's obviously fast, but seems like I don't know if it's been strategy or pit stops or what, but whenever he's near the front, it just seems like he's not as fast as those other cars that he's around. Like Kurt Busch and Chastain, Elliott. This time by 5 laps to go in the stage. Kurt Busch is right there. Just needs a good run off the corner to stick his nose underneath Blaney going into the next turn. So there's not too much to talk about right now, if I'm being completely honest. Here's Larson still working on BJ McLeod. I don't know why I keep focusing on Larson. Obviously, he's my favorite driver, but I'm just curious to see if he can work his way up through the field at all with this damage from the wreck that he pretty much caused. Alright, we got 4 laps to go, or I think 3 now. Yeah, 3 laps to go in the stage. Battle for 2nd rage is on. Yeah, just I think it's most of the, basically all the positions being made are going to have to be done either in the pits or on the restarts by the looks of this race. There's been precisely 1 pass for the lead this entire race. Happened back on lap 16. That's now lap 139. Oh, looked like Kurt had a run there for a sec. So 1 lap to go in stage 2. The battle for 2nd rage is on. But up front, just continuing to dominate. Continuing to lead laps. He has now led 125 laps this time by. Coming out of turn 4. The winner of stage 2. Joe Gibbs Racing number 20. Christopher Bell. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Hold on. I messed up. Alright, so, psych. The caution's actually going to be at lap 141, not 140. Alright, there we go. I forgot to do that. I was so excited with my camera. Alright, there we go. Alright. Whoever was at race control forgot to throw the caution. They did it 1 lap too late. But better late than never, right? Alright, they should be pitting this time by. Yep. Alright, Alright, sweet. All the leaders are pitting. Alright, so we're going to see who wins the race off pit road. And then I'm going to go take a quick pit stop. I can't remember the exact thing, but search it up on Reddit. Stage cautions or manual cautions. There's a line you have to type in your Pappy INI folder. It's pretty simple. It's like literally 2 lines, but there's a Reddit post where you literally just copy and paste it. But yeah, you literally just copy a line into your Pappy INI, and you hit the tilde button, and then you do exclamation yellow enter, and it just does manual cautions in offline races. You have to be out of the car, though, to do it. So that's why it works for these ones where I'm simulated in. So the pole sitter wrecked out. Ross Chastain up to 4th, Kurt Busch 3rd. Blaney still 2nd, and Christopher Bell remains still your leader. And there go the lap cars to pit. Sweet, we shouldn't have any interference. This will be a straight up race. All the lap cars are pitting, and we'll be behind at the tail end of the field. Alright, I gotta go pee. I will be right back. Grab some snacks, grab some drinks. Go use the restroom yourselves. We got less than 100 laps to go to figure out who is going to win the inaugural Cup race at Gateway Raceway. Be right back, folks. We are back. Christopher Bell continues to lead. A whopping 130 laps and counting. And we are going green this time by. We are all set for the final stage. 95 laps to go this restart. Christopher Bell in first. Dominant all day. Ryan Blaney second. Kurt Busch third. Ross Chastain fourth. And Chase Elliott fifth. Who do you got winning? Who do you got taking home the trophy of the 2022 Enjoy Illinois 300, the inaugural Cup race at Gateway? We are back under green. Pretty calm restart so far. Christopher Bell pulls away. It's about a car length in front of Ryan Blaney. Is anyone gonna have anything for Christopher Bell? I mean, this is gonna be one of the biggest chokes of all time, just based on how many laps he's led if Christopher Bell doesn't end up winning this race. Ryan Blaney is right on his bumper. He's closed in. He's closer than he was the previous lap. He's gonna make a move. Now's the time to do it when you got the fresh tires and you can actually cut underneath coming out of the corner. I didn't just see a car in the wall, did I? I don't believe so, no. Or green. Or still green. I don't know if anyone has anything for Christopher Bell. He's just gone. Here comes Kurt Busch for second place. See, Blaney appeared to be the slower car that was holding up these cars behind him. Now that Kurt Busch is clear, does he have anything for Christopher Bell? Kurt Busch has already won one race this season. Can he make it another? Let's go on board with Kurt. Oh, he's closing in. I think Kurt's faster than Bell, and especially now that he got past Blaney, I think he might have a chance. Christopher Bell has led the last 135 laps straight. Can Kurt Busch do anything to dethrone Christopher Bell from this lead? Anything at all. He's still right there. He's keeping pace. And both of them are pulling away from Blaney. So that confirms my theory that Blaney was the slower car out of those three. I can see already they have like 3 or 4 car lengths on Blaney now. Kurt Busch is right there, but if he's going to make a move, it's going to have to be now when the tires are still relatively fresh. Come on, Kurt. Less than 90 laps to go. 150 laps and some change into this race. And if we stay green, and they do have to pit under green, there is the possibility of Christopher Bell having a slower pit stop than one of the cars behind him. This is a nail biter, folks. This is a high-speed game of chess. Kurt doing anything he can to size up his opponent, waiting for the right move to not burn out his tires too quickly. One of these times he's got to have a run. Oh! Christopher Bell washed up momentarily. Here comes Kurt. Here comes Kurt. Could this be the pass for the lead we've been waiting for? Oh, not quite. Oh, he wasn't quite alongside of him enough. Oh, man. And Ryan Blaney sounded like he barely scraped the wall. But Kurt's not done yet. Man, that was close. Let's go to the helicopter view as we take a look at this battle. Right when you thought he was about to make the pass, Christopher Bell just closed the door. Got 85 laps to go. See that ground they're making up on Blaney in the corner exit. Kurt's starting to lose a little bit of that ground. That might have been his one chance. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Did Kurt use up all his stuff? We might have to wait till the next restart. The next round of green flag pit stops, or whenever they catch lap traffic, whichever comes first. We might have to just kind of hang on and wait in the meantime, based on what we've seen so far with this one-lane track. Top 5 has remained pretty much the same for a while now. Starting to get just ever so spread out. Although, here comes Kurt back again. He's not done. That's when he thought Christopher Bell was extending the gap. Kurt closes it right back up. All it takes is one good run off the corner to get his nose underneath him going into the next corner. That's all it takes. Although, look at this. They're closing back in on Bell. Maybe Bell is the slower one right now. They just need to find a way to get around him. Because Bell just, as slow as he might seem compared to the other leading cars, he just has the best corner exit out of all the cars where they can't get a run on him going down any of the straightaways. Top 3 have extended a bit of a gap. Side by side for 5th place between the chases. Chase Briscoe peeking to the inside, gets back in line. So we continue to watch this battle for the lead to see if it heats up at all. Alright, since there's honestly not too much to talk about right now, let's do the 3rd and final crank it up of the night. Oh, caution, caution. Cole Custer on the front stretch getting turned around. That's going to shake things up. So will they have to pit? Are they going to pit? What's the strategy going to be for the leaders? If they pit now, will they have to pit again at the end of the race? So Cole Custer goes into the pits. Let's see what the leaders do here. Oh, Christopher Bell psychs them all out. Is anyone going to stay out? Is anyone going to stay out? We've seen track position as key here. All right, Christopher Bell leads them all in. So after we see these round of pit stops, let's go back and see what happened with Cole Custer. Alright, Kurt goes in. He isn't slowed down by anyone. Alright, here's the race off pit road. Can Kurt get a good run out without getting slowed up by anyone? That's going to be the big question. Here comes Kurt. Oh, he just... I thought he was going to get it. I thought he had it there for a sec. Alright, so top three are the same exiting the pits as they entered. Meanwhile, let's go back and find out what happened to Cole Custer. Wherever he is. Oh, he must have DNF'd. He did DNF. Alright, so let's figure out what happened to the 41. On the front stretch. Ooh. So coming out of turn 4, looks like he just pushes up into Haley. Oh, man, and just sends himself extremely hard into the inside wall. And Haley also gets a piece of it. And that is the end of Cole Custer's day. As he gets it gathered up, but he goes into the pits and they pull it into the garage. Real time. Ooh, look at that hit. Not good. It's a tough break for Cole Custer. Just drives in a little too hard. And slams the inside wall. Let's go on board with Haley, looking at the back. On board with Cole Custer, and we're probably ready for the restart. Ouch. That is not good. And looks like we are one to go. Back with our leader, Bell. So tough break for Cole Custer. Meanwhile, we are going to have a restart with about 74, 73 laps to go. Yeah, Cole Custer has DNF'd. He's officially retired. He was our 6th DNF of the night. Kligerman, Bilicki, Allmendinger are still the only 3 cars a lap down. Wallace is the last car on the lead lap in 27th. Bell has led 151 laps and counting. This is going to be one of the biggest chokes of all time if he doesn't win this race. Green flag, green flag, green flag. Kurt Busch gets a good jump. Oh, he's looking right away. He's got those freshies. He doesn't want to be waiting anymore. Meanwhile, hopefully they avoid chaos further back in the field. where they're going 2-3 wide. If Kurt's got to make a move, he's got to do it within the first few laps when the tires are fresh. Christopher Bell gets a good run off the corner that time. Pushes up a bit. Kurt gets a decent run going on the front stretch. He's gonna make a move. He's got to do it soon. He can't let Bell pull away, which it appears he's letting him. Now it appears Kurt's the slower car, as Blaney's all over his bumper. I don't know what adjustments they made, but that is certainly not helping Kurt in this stint, at least as of these few laps. Oh, my back is killing me. Sitting in this chair for 3 hours streaming, then I'm gonna have to sit in a chair for 6 hours driving in my car. Yay, fun. Does Kurt, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, or Ross Chastain have any fight for Christopher Bell? Are they going to make it on fuel to the end? I've got many questions. Got about 67, 68 laps to go. Oh, Chase Elliott just blew up. Chase Elliott with a blown engine. Is that going to cause any issues? We got 3 wide. Uh-oh. They're 3 wide going into... That's going to be a caution. That's going to be a caution. Chase Elliott blows up. Oh. It's not a caution. Hold on, I'm going to make it a caution. Because in real life, that would have been a caution, so I'm throwing one for that, even though the game didn't. So Chase Elliott with an expired motor. We're going to get another restart. So Chase just goes up in smoke. And that is going to be it for the number 9 car. He's going to be out for the day after that one. Let's go on board with him while that happened. Running right behind Ryan Blaney, sitting 4th. Just out of nowhere. Starts smoking right there in the middle of the corner. This was an accident waiting to happen, going 3 wide, down on the apron. Fortunately, they all kept it together. They're pitting again. Is anyone staying out? Suarez! Suarez stayed out! 1 car stayed out. And it's Suarez, and he's on the lead lap. Suarez is going to inherit the lead. Meanwhile, let's go back and watch the race off pit road. It's the same as they entered. Christopher Bell, Kurt Busch, Ryan Blaney, but taking the gamble in the 99. Daniel Suarez, he's saying, nuh-uh, I'm not just going to give this to Blaney. He's going to have to fight for it. Daniel Suarez is going to stay out and lead his first lap of the race, taking the lead away from Blaney, or excuse me, from Bell for the first time in 160 laps. Ryan Blaney has led almost, or why do I keep saying Blaney? Christopher Bell has led almost 2/3 of this race. So Daniel Suarez, the one car that stays out. I love it. Is he gonna pit this next time by? Nope. He's staying out. He's gonna try to gamble and go the distance. Chase Elliott is officially retired with a engine header. So for the first time in 160 laps, Christopher Bell does not lead a lap. Daniel Suarez is our third leader of the day. And that was our first lead change since lap 16. We'll see what happens. It was not that long since that last... It was only like 3 or 4 laps since that last restart, so those tires are not... His tires are not going to be worn by any means. Yeah, everyone's else is going to have a couple laps fresher tires. And he's only going to have a few laps less on fuel. Let's see if he can stretch it. It's a gamble. Let's see if it works out for Daniel Suarez. Let's see if literally the week after I visited this bar in person, the first race after I visited this bar in person, if he can drive that car to victory lane. That'd be a hell of a thing. The top 5 has pretty much remained the same, but Daniel Suarez just taking that gamble from deep in the field. We got one to go this time by. Who you got? We basically got 3 strong cars at this point, I'd say. You got Suarez, obviously your leader, but we're not sure if he's going to be able to stay in front. Christopher Bell, the obvious dominant car of the entire day, who just had the lead snatched away from him under that caution, that pit cycle. And Kurt Busch seems to be the next strongest car after Bell. Beyond that, I would have picked Elliott as the next strongest car, but he just went up in smoke and he's now out of the race. 988 ping if you type in manual cautions on Reddit. If you Google that for NR2003, should find a post where it explains how to do it. You have to like insert a little 2 lines of text that they have written out there into your Pappy INI file. Save that, and then when you do that, you can pull up the tilde key, which pulls up this menu in the game. Then you just type in exclamation yellow, hit enter, and that's how you get manual yellows. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Daniel Suarez, who's leading the field back to green. And not only that, Kurt Busch gets a huge jump on Christopher Bell. Not a huge jump, but Christopher Bell's going to go back to 3rd, possibly 4th. After leading this whole race, pretty much. Holy cow. Christopher Bell back to 3rd. Daniel Suarez leads. Kurt Busch up to 2nd. Are we going to get another yellow, though? Cautions breed cautions. They're 2-3 wide back there. We shall see. Top 3 bunch up. Oh, we got cars weaving back there. Kurt Busch seems to be closing in on Daniel Suarez. Can Suarez hang on to it, or will Kurt Busch take the lead? Oh, here comes Kurt Busch. Oh, Suarez closes the door, though. Here comes Blaney underneath Bell. Bell has fallen off. After leading 160 laps, he has dropped back to 4th on this restart. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. What a turn of events for Christopher Bell. The dominant car all day is now back to 4th on this last restart. Daniel Suarez is holding off Kurt Busch. If Kurt Busch is going to have any tire advantage at all, it's only going to be for these first few laps. Once they break these tires in, Daniel Suarez will be on an even playing field tire-wise to those other cars. But right now, Kurt Busch might still have a slight advantage. Christopher Bell. Less than 60 laps to go in this race. Here comes Kurt Busch underneath Suarez. Here's a move for the lead. Does Suarez have a run on the outside? Can he clear him? Blaney almost make it 3 wide. Holy cow, folks. What a battle we have for the lead. Here comes Kurt Busch to the inside. Kurt Busch to the lead. Bell isn't going anywhere, though. Don't rule Bell out. He might have fallen off, but he's going to go back to the inside of Suarez for 3rd. Christopher Bell, if he can stick with it. He was the dominant car all day for a reason. If he can get back near the front, don't put it past him to not take the lead away. Or back away. Jeez, I can't talk. Holy cow, what a turn of events in that restart. They're nearly 3 wide back there. Kurt Busch to the lead. Becomes our 4th different leader of the race. He is now lead. His 2nd lap. Christopher Bell has led 160 laps. Martin Truex Jr. led 15. Suarez led 7 there, and now Kurt Busch just led his 2nd lap. Unfortunate for Suarez. He is falling off big time. What a world of difference just those few tires made. Those few laps on those tires made. So he regroups and gets back to around 8th spot, 9th. Meanwhile, back up front, Christopher Bell is starting to reel the leaders back in. Got 55 laps to go. He was the dominant car all day for a reason. Don't put it past him to snatch the lead back. Kurt Busch having the lead fall right into his lap. Continues to click away lap after lap. This was a boring race all race. Now it got pretty damn exciting all of a sudden. All it takes is one restart for the race to get exciting. Blaney track him down. Will Bell be able to pass either one of them? Bell's had the dominant car all day, but the only pass we ever really had to see him make was the pass for the lead back on lap 16. Can he pass more cars? Oh, I'm just taking a breather. So I think since we were about to do it before that last caution came out, I think it's time for the last crank it up of the race. Less than 50 laps to go here in this one to decide it all. These top 4 are under a blanket. Christopher Bell has been the dominant car all day. He had the lead snatched away from him in this last restart, this last caution cycle. He is doing whatever he can to get back there and get up to the front. He does not want to see 160 laps led in this race and not have the checkered flag to show for it. So let's get your final picks now that we got 50 laps to go. Kurt Busch, Blaney, Bell. I think Briscoe might steal this one. Will lap traffic come into play at any point? Will they have to pit any more times? I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. But there's only one way to find out for sure who's going to win, and that's to stay tuned and stick around and watch these last 45 laps. And top 4 are just under a blanket. That's leading me to believe that Kurt Busch is the slower of these 3 since, like I keep saying throughout the stream, we got the rubber banding effect going on. I feel like this is the calm before the storm. Got 45 laps to go to decide it all. There's many winners in NASCAR races. There's going to be many different winners. There's never going to stop being different winners. However, there's only ever one first ever winner at a particular track. That's part of history. And I don't think that there's any driver out there that doesn't want to be a part of that. Josh Bilicki with an unexpected pit stop. Is he going to be in front of the leaders? Uh-oh, this might be an issue. I think this is going to disrupt the leaders, actually. Oh, wow. Right in front of Christopher Bell. That just disrupted the lead. It's a slow car coming out of pits. Is Chase Briscoe going to make a move on the inside? Nope. Wow. Josh Bilicki ignoring the blue flag. So that basically ruined Bell's and Briscoe's race. Bilicki's got the fresher tires, so he's fighting back on the inside, but Christopher Bell's the faster car, so he's able to get those runs on the outside. Looks like Bell's able to get clear of him. But it's going to be too little too late, I think, after that. Unless if Bell truly is the fastest car of this race, this will be our true test right here. If after losing all that ground, he can still track down the leaders. Not only that, then make the pass back for the lead. If Bell can do that, after getting held up by that lap car right there, if he can track down these top 2 cars and then pass both of them, I'd say he deserves the win at that point. After leading 160 laps. Meanwhile, it's a gauntlet between these top 2. Not only that, they are nose to tail. Might see a pass for the lead here shortly. 40 laps to go this time by. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave by like 7:30 my time. Probably gonna leave like an hour from now, my time, if that. Basically, everything I have to do once I get done streaming is throw my few cases of equipment, my suitcase, and my cooler into my car. Clean the cat box. Make sure my cats are fed for the weekend. Shut all my computer stuff down and hit the road. 6-hour drive. So I get to stream for 3 hours and I get to go drive for 6. Excuse me. This battle for the lead rages on. Meanwhile, Christopher Bell back here, after dominating the early part of the race, can he track these two down? He's 1.38 seconds back. 1.29. So went from 1.38 to 1.29 to 1.16. Christopher Bell is gaining. So we keep our eye on this battle for the lead. But do not take your eye off Christopher Bell, who just out of the camera frame of the helicopter view is closing back in on the leaders. Here's the top two, and there's Christopher Bell back there. That split time is getting a little smaller every time. Mr. Meme, I don't think to this day I've ever had an accurate prediction. I do not think once I've predicted one of these where it was the same one that went on to win the race. There's a first for everything, though. Something happened with Cindric. Where's Cindric at? Is he in the pits? Yeah. Cindric pitting unexpectedly. Back to the battle for the lead. So here's the top two, but Christopher Bell, he's closing in. Or is he? Split time actually went back down a bit. .22 the last time by for Christopher Bell. I think it's still the same. Blaney is right on Truex's bumper. Oh man, my back is killing me. I don't want to do this drive, but I got to. Ryan Blaney taking a peek. He's taking a little peek. And there's Bell still in the picture. Coming up on 30 laps to go. So I'm sure there's action going on throughout the field, but we are not taking our eyes off this battle for the lead. Looks like Bowman might win. Well, he's in 7th right now. He's definitely charged from the back. This is the highest he's been all day. So let's keep our eye on Bowman and see if he can track him down. Currently sitting 7th. So will we go caution-free the rest of the race? Bell's almost within a second now. He's slowly reeling them in. Right there, and there's Bell. He's reeling them in. We might be paying attention to the top two, and then the third place just going to come and steal it back. Someone mentioned Bowman before. He's back here battling Kyle Busch for the 6th spot. .30 laps to go this time by. 30 laps to go. Whew. Whew, just taking a breather before things heat up. Bell's within a second now. I don't have my own Discord server, no. I do not. I tried that experiment a while back and just... Nope. Haven't messed around with that in like 3 years. I'm filming for the World of Outlaws late models at Tri-City tomorrow. Speedway, that's where I'll be. .84 seconds for Christopher Bell. 29 laps remaining. And he is closing back into the lead. So the dominant car all day is not giving up yet. Kurt Busch just led his 30th lap of the race. .84 seconds back the last time for Bell. And this time by he was .77. He's coming. He is coming. The 20 car is not done yet. Suarez stayed out, kind of screwed up his whole strategy. Christopher Bell is not going anywhere. .77 seconds last time. This time he was .78. He lost 100th. They're still gaining them in the long run. Gaining on them. Back to our battle for the lead. It's been nose to tail pretty much ever since this restart. .78 last time by for Bell. Keeping an eye on that split time. This next time by he was .72. He gained about half a tenth that time. So Christopher Bell is clearly the fastest car on track. But like everyone always likes to say, it's one thing to be able to catch the car in front of you. It's another thing to be able to pass him. The top two are spreading out a little bit. So it's no longer a nose-to-tail battle. That being said, if Bell can catch up, he only has one car to pass at a time rather than the two of them nose-to-tail. But all this attention being taken away from Kurt Busch, who, if he can hang on to for these next 25 laps, he has more than earned this win. He's been running in the top 5 all day, having fast pit stops, gained a couple positions in the pits, and had a great restart on this past restart to ultimately take the lead, and has not relinquished it since. So will this race stay green? Will Kurt Busch win? Will Ryan Blaney squeak it out? Will Christopher Bell take it back after dominating all day? He's certainly closing in. .64 he was the last time by. This time he is... Last time was .64. Oh, he actually lost a tenth this past time. So we're coming up on 20 laps to go. They might be catching lap traffic at some point. There's Bubba. I believe they will catch lap traffic, but that is Kurt's teammate. So you'd think that he'd help Kurt and get out of the way for him once he approaches the 23 car. His top 4 are nose to tail. Are they going to make it on fuel and tires? These last 20 laps, we already saw one mechanical failure with Chase Elliott, who was a strong car running in the top 5 all day. Randomly had his engine blow up on one of the restarts. Here's Christopher Bell. He has caught Blaney. Now it's going to be a matter if he can get his nose underneath him and actually pass him. Christopher Bell had dropped to a 2.5 seconds back from our leader Kurt Busch maybe 30, 40 laps ago, and now he is within 0.3 seconds. Oh, they are close. They are closing in. 20 laps to go this time by. Who do you got? Could be any one of these top four. It could be someone else that squeaks it out. I think this, when they catch Bubba, lap traffic is gonna, that's gonna be the ultimate determination of who wins this. Is who can get by cleanly. Oh, Chase Briscoe looking to take a peek on Christopher Bell, but doesn't get there. Has to tuck back in line. So will anyone have to pit for fuel or tires? I was gonna say if Suarez can stay out, but never mind, he's already gone a lap down, so he must have pitted already. Blaney and Kurt Busch. That's becoming the tale of this one. Oh man, he is right there. He is right there. But just the leader always gets that slightly better corner exit. Just gives them a little bit better run down the backstretch, and they can't quite send it the way they want to. Oh, Christopher Bell got a good run on Blaney, but he's not quite close enough to send it. Man, this is a nail biter, folks. I think Kurt Busch is slowing up because you can see all these other cars starting to bunch on in. So I'm not sure if Kurt's just hanging on at this point. Meanwhile, he's that far away from catching his teammate, a lap car. They're 16 laps away from this finish. Will Bubba be a factor if they can catch that lap car and he holds anyone up? Yeah, just look at how much this front bunch is bunching together. That's leading me to believe that Kurt's just trying to hang on at this point. But the only thing stopping him from being passed is the cars behind him, including himself, don't have very fresh tires to cut it underneath him coming out of the corner and get that run going on the straightaway. Yep, there's Bubba in the distance. Got less than 15 laps to go. Can Kurt survive? Is someone going to steal it? Briscoe keeps taking a peek. There's Chastain. Bowman still sitting in 7th. Kyle Busch in 6th. This is what happens when you're dealing with a one-groove racetrack. Hopefully the racing we see on Sunday is a little bit better than this. We still have only had 4 leaders this entire race. Christopher Bell led 160 laps. Kurt has led 44 and counting. Martin Truex Jr. led the first 15, and Suarez on this most recent restart snuck in leading 7 laps. So those are the only 4 leaders this entire race. Yeah, Bubba's definitely going to come into play here. Coming up on a dozen to go. Just a dozen laps remaining. 12 to go. Christopher Bell. Looks like he's getting passed by Chase Briscoe. Maybe not quite. Nope, Chase has to tuck back in behind. They just don't have the tires to get a good run coming off the exits anymore. You're going to see him feathering the throttle. I think Chase is the faster car than Christopher Bell, but he just cannot have the grip to cut it underneath him. 11 laps to go this time by. 10 laps next time by. It's Kyle Busch to the inside for 5th. Making a pass on Ross Chastain. Kyle Busch up into the top 5 spot. Both Busch brothers. Say that 10 times fast. Both Busch brothers are into the top 5 now. Kurt trying to hang on these final 10 laps. He's got his teammate coming up. A slow car. Will he be in the way or will he get out of the way? What's Bubba going to do here? Is this going to affect the battle for the lead? Blaney has a good run. He's right on his bumper. Oh, Kurt tries going to the inside, but he has to check up. I think he's going to get the run again inside Bubba this time. It appears he will. Blaney will try to follow suit. Blaney's going to be a little slowed down coming out of the corner since he's going to be side by side. Should clear him this time. That might have been the help that Kurt needed from his teammate. Kyle Busch now up to 4th. Hold up. Does Kyle Busch have a strong closing car here? We got 7 laps to go this time by. They are still all bunched up nose to tail. It's going to take one slip up from Kurt Busch. That's the only thing that's going to stop any of these other cars from winning this race. Kurt Busch has led 50 laps and counting, but he is clearly just trying to hang on. Everyone's got worn tires. That's preventing a pass from being easily done, but he is struggling as well because he is... You saw he had a gap on Blaney, but then Blaney just got that gap right back. Six laps to go. 5 laps to go next time by. Kurt Busch has just had a strategic plan all race. Running the top 5. Took advantage of that chaos on that final restart. Oh, Christopher Bell almost had a nose inside Ryan Blaney. 5 laps to go this time by. Got a battle for 4th going on between Chase, Briscoe, and Kyle Busch. Here comes Alex Bowman trying to sneak into the top 5. It's a battle for the top 5 here between Bowman and Busch. Ross Chastain has been lurking in the top 5, top 10 all day as well. Back up front. We're not worried about the top 5. We're worried about the lead. 4 laps to go. 3.5 this time. Can Kurt hang on? Or can anyone steal it from him? Can Christopher Bell steal it back? Blaney has been running second most of this race. All it takes is when he hasn't led a single lap today. But all he needs to lead is the final one. 3 laps to go. Now Kurt just has to hang on for 2.5 laps. Do we have any other lap cars coming up? I don't think they'll be catching them. They're closing in on them. I don't think they'll be catching them in the next 2 laps. Blaney's right there. Look at that. Oh, Blaney. He is pushing it for everything he's got. Bowman into 4th place, it looked like. A lap and a half to go for Kurt Busch. This next time by, it'll be the white flag. Can he hang on? This time by, he will round the turn 4. It is white flag for Kurt Busch. And Bubba Walls comes out of the pits. He's not going to be in the way. Blaney's got one final corner to try to send it. Can he send it? Blaney through the final corner. He tries to peek underneath. It's not going to be enough. Coming out of 4, Kurt Busch hangs on and is your winner of the 2022 Enjoy Illinois 300 at Gateway International Raceway. What a race for Kurt Busch. A heartbreaker for Christopher Bell. Strong run for Blaney. A chaotic race for a lot of other drivers. Kurt Busch is your winner. What a race. So who picked Kurt? Shout out Kurt Busch. What a finish. What a race. A great win for 2311 Racing. Whew. My back hurts. My bladder hurts. My brain hurts. All right, let's take a look at the final running order. So we finished last. That engine issue. Tyler Reddick in 36th place and 35th. Todd Gilliland after he was involved in that accident, along with Brad Kozlowski in 34th, and Truex in 33rd. Byron suffered issues and finished 32nd. Cole Custer had issues in the pits, finished 31st. Elliott with a top 30 finish, had that engine blow up. El Marola was our last DNF, finished in 29th. Balicki finished 28th, 3 laps down. Shoot. Bubba Wallace finished 27th, 2 laps down. AJ Allmendinger finished 26th, a lap down. Kligerman finished 25th, a lap down. Suarez finished 24th, a lap down. Cindric was the last car off the lead lap in 23rd. BJ McLeod finishing on the lead lap in 22nd place. Corey LaJoy finishing 21st. Larson with a top 20 after getting involved in that wreck earlier. Cody Ware with a 19th place finish. Ty Dillon 18th. Justin Haley 17th. Eric Jones in 16th. Harrison Burton with a top 15 finish. Kevin Harvick 14th. Chris Buescher, or actually I should say Zane Smith, filling in for Chris Buescher, finishes 13th. Michael McDowell 12th. Austin Dillon 11th. Joey Logano finishes in the top 10. Hamlin 9th. Stenhouse finishes in 8th place. Ross Chastain 7th. Kyle Busch in 6th. Alex Bowman finishes top 5. Chase Briscoe finishes 4th. Christopher Bell, after dominating most of the race, finishes... hold on. Illinois 300. Christopher Bell finishes in 3rd. Finishing in 2nd place with a strong run is Ryan Blaney. And your winner, leading a total of 58 laps, is Kurt Busch for 2311 Racing. What a race for that 45 team to Alright, let's go be Kurt Busch, do us some victory burnouts, and I gotta skedaddle. I got a long drive ahead of me tonight. That's the one with the little dude up here, the Jordan symbol. Alright, go to test session, gateway. Oops, I passed it. I know my alphabets, I promise. Alrighty, folks. So who picked Kurt? And congrats to whoever did pick Kurt. Takes a Polish victory lap, Alan Quickie style, down the front stretch. Salute the invisible fans that are no longer in the stands because they already left 10 minutes after the race. Screwed that up. We're gonna try that again. Hell yeah, burn it down, Kurt. Sneaking by, inheriting the lead in that final restart. Kurt Busch takes the lead, takes the win, takes the checkered flag for the inaugural Cup Series race at Gateway International Raceway, Worldwide Tech Raceway, whatever you want to call it. Turned out to be a more exciting race than it looked like it was going to be initially. That was good. What a race. Congrats, Kurt Busch. Congrats, all you Kurt Busch fans. How long have we been streaming? Alright, I gotta procrastinate 3 minutes. Because I want to have this go over 3 hours, just barely. So yeah, I am, if any of you Midwest racing fans are interested, yeah, just like I said, for the World of Outlaws late models, I am going to be there at Tri-City Speedway in Granite City, Illinois tomorrow night. I'll be at Sycamore Speedway for the Badger Midgets on Saturday. Then on Sunday, I will be at Angel Park Speedway for the Badger Midgets. If you happen to be at any of those races and you happen to see me, I'll be wearing a World of Outlaws shirt tomorrow, and then my Badger Racing TV shirt the next 2 nights, Saturday, Sunday. Feel free to come say hi if you happen to see me. Just remember I'm working, though, so I won't be able to chit-chat for too long, because I'll probably be in the middle of setting up some equipment and whatnot. Looks like we had can't say only. Thank you so much to Lord Shank for the $5 super chat earlier. Always good to see you in the chat, bud. Anything else I can think of that I'm forgetting? Not that I can think of. Yeah, I got a busy schedule. So that's my work schedule this weekend. And the next week, I'm doing the Eldora Million. I'll be at Eldora the 13th. No, shoot, that's July, not June. I'll be at Eldora the 8th through the 11th. Then I'll be coming back to Badger, Sun Prairie at Angel Park on the 12th. That's 5 straight days on the road. Then I'll be home a single day. Then it's another 5 straight days on the road. 3 days of the Summer Nationals, the 14th through the 16th. And then Badger, again, the 17th and the 18th. And then I got 2 days off, the 19th, 20th, 2 days home. Or a day and a half, technically. And then another 6 days on the road. The first 3, the 20th through the 23rd, more Summer Nationals. Then the 24th through the 26th is World of Outlaws late models again. All right, that is it, folks. Yeah, I got to go get ready to hit the road. I got a long drive ahead of me tonight. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for coming out and tuning into the stream. If you could, real quick, right before you leave, it would mean a lot to me if you hit that like button. Yeah, I will see you guys when I see you. As I explained, just with my schedule coming up, if I stream anytime in the next few weeks, it's honestly probably going to be a miracle, but you never know. I'll try to make time. I really enjoy streaming. I love entertaining you guys. Love interacting with you guys, but yeah, if I am unable to, I really hope you understand. That being said, I gotta go. I got a 6-hour drive to start. Enjoy the race. Congrats, Kurt Busch. Hopefully we see that on Sunday. That'd be cool. Get yet another win on the season. Cue this outro music, and I will say good night. I hope to catch you all next time, and until then, I hope you all have a great rest of your night. Peace. Bye, everyone.